Anyway, what else has been going on? AI art, everyone's upset about that because it's getting really good. They can do fingers now. It's not good. Here's what I think about AI art. It's not art, but I don't think people are bad for making it. All these people are like, oh, AI art destroys the environment. I look it up. I go, really? And you know what they mean by that? It uses electricity. All right, well, let's make electricity better for the environment then. You know, because if people can generate a funny meme, they're going to do it. I don't really think that they're fucking evil for doing it. Here's the thing. All over the internet, I'm seeing artists and people that make commissions just railing against AI art and saying that it's taking jobs away from real artists, right? And I'm sure in some degrees that is true, right? But also, all of these artists that do commissions are some of the worst artists I've ever seen in my life. Like, you guys paint fucking dragons sucking on toes. You know what I mean? Like, every time I see someone who's got DM for rates and they're a commission artist, they're just making furry porn. And AI won't do that yet. So you call it a little niche market there, you'll be all right. Now, of course, I'm being a little bit hyperbolic here because it's funny to make people with genuine concern upset. But you know what I mean? Like, when I look at myself and how I use AI art, there is no fucking way I would ever in my life, even if I had $1 billion, ever commission someone to make it for me. The stuff that I'm making, AI art, it's not art. It's for generating memes to go with in-jokes in your group chats. Like, that's what everyone's using it for. And all of these artists are going, oh, it's taking away jobs from commission artists. I'm sorry, but never would I ever pay someone $500 to draw me a picture of John Pork selling merchandise at my shows, because that's the type of AI art that I'm generating for my group chat. I'm not taking the job away from anyone because I find it funny to generate John Pork falling off a ladder and then attach that with, you know, an OH&S safety announcement. Like, I don't think any artist lost work there. Now, yes, an artist probably had their work stolen to create that generation of John Pork falling off a ladder. But in that case, I think it should be treated somehow like Spotify streams, where artists that get referenced get paid, or artists can sell their art to these generators, and there's some sort of compensation program needs to exist, because the reality is all of the AI generation, this goes for text as well, it's all based off stolen shit. And also, here's the thing. What is AI art? Like, what is that really? Because when Photoshop came out, I'm sure a bunch of people who were employed to cut and paste with glue lost their jobs. Right? And also, the line between art and AI generated art is so fucking blurry now. Like, when I make a YouTube clip, a stand-up clip, and I subtitle it, that's AI. So a transcriber has lost their job. I literally used to pay people money to transcribe my stand-up clips by hand, by listening to what I was saying and then typing it out and doing the subtitles. Now, that used to take hours. Now, done in 30 seconds using Premiere Pro. Is that AI art? Have I taken a job away from someone? Kinda. But because subtitling isn't a thing that's seen as fun or impressive, it's fine. And don't get me wrong, I think that AI art is as gross as the next person. When I see it out in real life or on a poster or like as advertising, I'm disgusted by it. Because I don't think that's how it should be used. But people are copping flack for like generating an image of themselves as a fucking spaceman. People going, oh, I love you, but don't use AI art. Oh, sorry, what was I supposed to do? Fucking go out and commission someone to make me look like a robot? I would never do that, and you know that I wouldn't. So what are you really mad at? Me fucking using electricity? Okay, let's make solar panels, brother. I just think that unfortunately, and I'm an artist, right? So I want artists to get paid. I would hate to see people consuming AI, but they are already consuming AI comedy. You're seeing this already, you know, all over Instagram Reels and TikTok and YouTube. You're watching people enjoy AI slop. And I think the unfortunate reality as an artist that puts, you know, my blood, sweat, and tears into what I'm trying to create as a human, and I think that a robot will never be able to compete. I understand that people don't give a fuck about how the art was created. They care about what it looks like and what it is when they see it. Some people do, and I think what gives art of all kinds the most value is the story of its creation, which is generally just a human being going, I felt this, so I made that. This is my feeling that I made into a physical realm. Like, that's what art is. I felt this, I made that. A robot can never do that. It can just make a thing and there's no feeling and there's no story. There's no, like, struggle. You know, like, people enjoy what I do because they've watched me do it for so long and they've been there for the evolution of my career and they've seen me struggle and come out the other end and they've seen me improve and get better and you know, there's the whole story of what I'm doing, and a robot could never do that because it's not real. It's a fucking robot, right? That said, you don't give a fuck what camera this is filmed on. You don't give a fuck what settings I apply to my voice to make it sound better. You know, like when I click the auto leveler, that used to be a human's job. AI is now leveling the sound and making it sound good for you. That used to be a mixer's job. You don't give a fuck if Adobe Premiere did that for me in 20 seconds or if I paid some guy to do it in 2 hours at a studio. You're just like, this sounds good or this sounds bad. And that is the unfortunate reality, I think, for most people, is they look at something and they feel something. They don't look at something and then go, hang on, before I decide how I feel about this, was this made with AI? Some people do, but most of those people are selling feet pictures that they drew of dogs. So they're not the average person. And maybe that's really unfortunate, but I view AI as inevitable. And it's a tool that will be incorporated into every artist's work. And it already is. And it already has been before ChatGPT and image generation was a thing. When I color grade a video, most of that work is done by the computer. Sure, I'm twisting knobs and dials, but how is that really different from me going, no, make the hat red with a fucking text prompt? You know? Like, what is not AI art when we're all making shit on the computer? You know, when you listen to a song, the producer didn't play the trumpet. They, you know, and I understand that there's all of these ethical concerns with artists not being compensated and their work is being stolen. And I think that OpenAI and Google and all the other platforms that have stolen the library of Alexandria, like the sum of all human knowledge and art to create this stuff, they should be hit with a giant, I don't know, some kind of class action or suit or something that ensures that people get paid and continue to get paid. Outside of that, I look at AI and I see everyone's concerns and I'm like, well, it's already here. It's arrived and it's never going to go away. Artists, especially kids, you know, they're just going to grow up and it's going to be another tool in the arsenal of a human artist. Especially as it gets better. And I really like it because I get to generate pictures of my friends looking really fat, falling over. And that is what I think that the image generation should be. Is it's just memes for the group chat. And if you're not utilizing ChatGPT to make images of in-jokes, you are falling behind in the group chat banter game.